me. And I'm standing here with with Vinny Appice, who is Appice. Oh God, it's your okay. See how they are. I knew I was going to get that wrong. Well, you're up for you're being inducted.
Yeah, I'm being inducted, and I'm really honored to be here for that. And it's about time heavy metal got a Hall of Fame, man. So cool, you know.
That's right.
Because all these people, we couldn't wait to even get near the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So this is great.
Yeah, it is. Well, and I think it speaks volumes about this rich history of heavy metal. I mean, it's almost been 50 years since the genre's been around, and where others seem to fall by the wayside, it just keeps going. Why do you think that is?
Because it's music that touches people's hearts, believe it or not. It's very heavy and very strong. Some of it's not, you know. Some of it's melodic and it touches people. And it's still going, you know, strong. And there's a lot of bands that are still out there playing, a lot of people showing up to see them, and it's great music. And a lot of heavy metal music that was the first beginning of it, you know, inspired other genres, you know. Black Sabbath inspired everybody.
Well, of course, and you played with Black Sabbath, of course?
Yeah, I got to play with them, you know. It was an honor for me to play with them, and but that actually, look how many bands came off of that, you know, got inspired. And so it's a great evening tonight. It's awesome.
This is so awesome, too, because I love this guy. I love everything about him. He's a fellow East Coast New Yorker guy, and he is one of my favorite all-time drummers. I'm talking about the great Vinny Appice, everybody. Should straighten out right now, here and now, because as a radio guy, I gotta say their names. I am sick of this shit with Appice and Appice. Can we settle this once and for all between the two of them that are here in this building tonight, duke it out, and decide what we're going with the rest of the way? Because we've been dealing with that for decades now, and I say enough of it. Figure it out once and for all. And I will never forget when I first heard Holy Diver, and everything about Holy Diver was amazing. The songs, the vocals, the guitar playing, the bass playing, and the drumming. Like, you listen to the drums on those songs now and it's like, what the hell, it's so badass. The fills, you can't help but to play air drums during those records. And Vinny was playing a couple years, I think a year ago actually, at a festival I host every year called Rocklahoma. And he was playing with Last in Line, and I'm standing on the side of the stage over by the monitor board, and I'm just watching him play, and I'm sitting there at 51 years old like a geek playing every air drum fill, while about 10 feet away from me, the guy who actually played the drums is actually playing the fills, and he just looks at me and he's laughing, and he's going like this. Of course, he knew how to do it right, and I had no idea what I was doing. But I was still that kid in my bedroom playing air drums to all those great songs. And what was even more amazing is Vinny still nailed it and played it as great as you ever remembered it. And it really is incredible.
But I also read that you played with John Lennon. Is that true?
Yeah, I did, when I was about 16 years old, I did the hand claps on the song, Whatever Gets You Through the Night.
Wow.
That was me and my band on that album. And then he asked, we used to be managed by the Record Plant Studios, where John recorded.
Right.
So we were there every night. So he asked us to do a live, couple of videos with him. Then he asked us to do a live show with him. Well, wow. So we did a live show. I played Imagine with him.
Wow.
And a couple other songs. And then I find out a couple of years ago in a magazine that was his last show.
Wow.
Ever.
Yeah.
And he got murdered, right? And I'm like, I got to play his last show? That's so freaky, man.
Yeah.
Wow. It's amazing. But I never asked him for his autograph. I wish I asked for an autograph.
Or a picture or something.
Something, but I didn't want to make him, I didn't want to be a big fan. We were working as, when we did professional, so I was like cool about it. Yeah. Then I used to go to high school the next day.
Oh.
So that was fun.
Great person, amazing drummer. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hall of Heavy Metal History, Vinny Appice. actually, another story with that was these cupcakes in New York called Devil Dogs, right? I grew up on these things, right? So I'm in Black Sabbath, so Devil Dogs work well with the band, you know? So everybody's going, what can I bring you? We're playing in Madison Square Garden. I go, well, I don't know, bring Devil Dogs too. So wound up after that show, I had about 15 boxes of Devil Dogs. I go, what am I going to do with all these Devil Dogs? So I thought, I'll get some milk and bring one to Tony Iommi, right? And I go in, Tony's never heard of these things, but he liked the name. And I gave him the Devil Dog one milk, and he really enjoyed it. So we had enough Devil Dogs for the rest of the tour. It's amazing. But anyway, thank you guys for having me. Pat, amazing for putting this together. And, you know, I love playing, and I'm not done yet. Absolutely love.
A lot of you guys played with Ronnie James Dio, of course, a major icon. What would Ronnie have made of all this?
Ronnie would have loved this, being that, you know, you're focusing attention on such great music and things that this music seems to be overlooked a lot of times with the awards, and they got awards for this, awards for that, never for heavy metal. So he would have loved this, you know, and he loved all the fans, you know, and loved his music. So.
Yeah, anyway. Actually, I want to tell you a quick story with Ronnie James Dio, right? That's the other brother, and luckily he doesn't say the name different. First time I went to audition with Black Sabbath, 1980, SIR Studios, Sunset Boulevard, they called me. So I went down the night before and met Tony Iommi, he really liked me, he said, come down to rehearsal. And I remember hearing the song Neon Nights on the radio, right? About 2 weeks before that, and I wasn't really that familiar with Rainbow for some reason, you know, I didn't really hear much of Rainbow. And I heard the new Sabbath song, I went, this kicks ass, it's that singer, Ronnie, wow. So I heard it and I knew it was fast, so they called me, I went down, and they said, what do you want to play? It was just a one-day thing, no time to prepare. And I said, I don't know, Neon Nights, so I knew it was fast. So I played Neon Nights with them, and that's the day I met Geezer and Jeff, the keyboard player. And it gelled, and then they asked me to join the band. 32 or 33 years later, that's the last song I played with Ronnie. Right? First song, last song. And the song has been moved around in the set. We opened with it, in the middle, we ended with it. But it's so weird that was the first song I ever played with the great Ronnie, and the last song.
I mean, you've been playing with a few different bands, playing some Black Sabbath music, is that right?
Yeah, actually I'm playing with The Last in Line, which is Vivian Campbell.
Okay.
It's the original Dio band.
Yeah, you made a new record, actually.
The record did great, and Jimmy Bain. Hey, hot chicks, how you doing? I'll be with you after this interview. Stay right there. So it's the original Dio band with Jimmy Bain, but he passed away last year, almost about a year to the day. And so we took a break, and then we got Phil Soussan on bass, who played with Ozzy, Vivian Campbell, of course, on guitar, and Andy Freeman, who sings in the Rock Vault show.
That's right.
Killer singer. And we go out, we did an album, did great. We just came back from Europe with Saxon.
Right.
And did some dates on our own, and now we're going out in March on the East Coast finally. And then back to festivals in the summer.
Oh, that was a solid record.
Yeah, the record's great. We're doing about 4 or 5 songs from the record.
Okay.
4 or 5 songs or 6 songs from all the classic Dio stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing because those songs were written 35 years ago almost. Yeah, I was there when we wrote them, and fans are going crazy.
That's right. Well,
and they're great songs.
The power
it's awesome.
and endurance of heavy metal music.
Yeah.
As a kid growing up in Brooklyn playing the drums and wanting to be like my brother Carmine, I never dreamed of awards and events like this. But Carmine did. I wanted to be part of the first Heavy Metal Hall of Fame award. And luckily, I'm here with these other great musicians and friends, especially Ronnie James Dio, who was the best of the best. There's nobody that can sing like that, and such a dear friend, miss him every day. We got to make great music together in Black Sabbath and Dio, music which got me here tonight, right? I also like to mention, and a shout out to the late Jimmy Bain.
And I mean, like I said, I noticed you've been playing locally with Joey Tafola, I believe, doing some
we do a little
Black Sabbath.
Sabbath thing. That's like a classic Sabbath thing. He asked me to play one for that gig somewhere. So once in a while we'll do those. It's a lot of fun for me, and we enjoy playing together. And then I play with Craig Goldie. And
Yeah, he was telling me you're doing a record now.
we're doing a record. We did one called The Resurrection Kings that did okay, and we do some gigs with that. And then they want to do another record, so we're going to do that too. I like playing with people that I really admire and respect and stuff.
Absolutely.
So I do a lot of rock fantasy camps too.
Well, that's right.
Next one we got in 2 weeks with Alice in Chains and Stone Temple Pilots, and then one after that with Deep Purple.
Yeah.
And it's rock fantasy camps are awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It's a different kind of thing. It's not something that we're usually used to, you know. So.
Anyway, a special thanks and love to my fiance Joey for supporting me and being there every day, including after. She helped my career in countless ways and believes in me every day. And I also like to thank my friends like Eddie, who helped me, and guys like Pat, and all the people behind the scenes and in front of the scenes that really helped us along and helped my career. And also to my family.
And your brother, who we talked to here earlier, he says you guys still do drum wars every once in a while. Is that?
That's not my brother.
Oh, that's right. He got a different last name. That's right.
Yeah, we're doing an album too.
Oh, you're doing an album?
Yeah, we're doing an album too. That's my older brother, Frank. Come here, Frank.
I'm doing the album.
Terry, come here. This is the older brother, Frank.
Frank.
yeah.
And this is Terry.
Terry, my
How do you
sister.
pronounce your last name?
And my last thank is to everybody who created this event, put it together, and made it happen. It's about time heavy metal has a home. All right? So, thank you guys. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you.
Hold on a second, 1 second before you go back. You said your brother Frank is here? How does Frank pronounce the last name? Let's settle this shit right now. He's the deciding factor. Come on.
Appice.
No way!
Frank Appice, Carmine Appice, Vinny Appice. Let's have a vote. Let's have a vote by applause. Who likes the pronunciation better? Let's hear it for Appice. Appice.